because I want to talk about the Edmonton Oilers. And McDavid is minus 12 in his last 5 games. The Oilers have lost 5 regulation games in a row. We talked about their goaltending.
That's a psycho stat. Minus 12 in 5 games is like hard.
Let me give you this too. Their goals for per game is 2.8, so roughly 3.
Not good enough.
Goals against per game, what do you think it is?
3.75.
In the last game, 5.2.
Per game?
Per game. Team save percentage in the last 5 is 8.57.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Their penalty kill is 72.2% in the last 5.
So just nothing's going right.
Knoblauch called them a fragile group.
Ooh.
I think I think Jeff Skinner's getting moved at the deadline, by the way, to a non-contender, and I think they're going whatever deal the Oilers do make, that Skinner money's going off the book.
Yeah, no, they need to make a move to make a move. What? There was something very interesting I saw with Evander Kane, where I want to say he has a full no trade or something, but it turns into a partial no trade today.
I didn't know you could do that.
I've never heard of that in my life.
And Jesse mentioned that they would want to move. They might want to move that money depending upon whether he comes back or not.
Yeah. I alluded to that trade clause last episode because it makes sense if he's coming back before the playoffs. If the injury is like, I can play like a couple weeks from now, to move him and then free up that money. I think that's or you just want to use him and keep him there, or if he's not available to the playoffs, then you just keep him to the playoffs, free player. But if now he's going to come back, you might want to move him between now the point where his trade clause is moved and the trade deadline, so that you can use that money in different ways if you don't want Evander Kane.
Wow.
Ooh.
This guy, man, I don't think we're thinking about this deadline properly.
What do you think?
Like CJ's trade board.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we're gonna get some out of left field. Like Evander Kane's been such a non-entity this season. We're gonna get some insane ones. The Oilers, not to sidetrack myself too much,
are trading McDavid.
Well, there's yes. First of all, they're trading McDavid. Second of all, there are so few teams in the NHL that you should just give a carte blanche benefit of the doubt to.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of them. Like, yeah, okay, you lost 5 straight. I don't care. I think you're a cup contender.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bet McDavid's not the best player in the world anymore. Just like that, after scoring the OT winner, 4-nation faceoff. Like, I bet he's bum. No. They have some moves to make. I think they got to shuffle some money around.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jeff Jackson's pretty well connected. I know he's not the GM anymore, but let's be honest. That team, maybe more than any, needs to be super active at this deadline. You got the Capitals, who are like I'm looking at like the powerhouses of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Capitals and Jets, and I just don't think they should screw with what they got too much. The Oilers, no. Mad scientists screw with it a lot. Like, it's so rare. We talked about this all playoff long. It's so rare that a team is this good and this flawed at the same time. They're so clearly like a top 5 team in the world, and their decor is probably bottom half.
Yeah, and now it's bled into the forward group too, because Spector was writing about how
their depth sucks,
about Knoblauch, and he called them a bunch of guys out there as passengers out there because they're just kind of hanging out. They're not really doing anything. I don't know if you want to play that audio too. But
happy to.
And he called out specifically Janmark, Brown, and Henrique, their third line, which has been horrendous for them recently, and Evan Bouchard as well, which is the decor there.
No.
So I don't think that surprises you or anybody around. No. But that's who Spector probably, he alludes to, like, those are probably the guys who are the passengers right now. And it's Bouchard. Like, there's great examples of every time there's a tough defensive play to make, he's kind of standing around on the ice, and that's Evan Bouchard's MO. And it's not good enough when you're trying to win the Stanley Cup.
The numbers with Bouchard are enraging. Like, just because, like, I know his numbers are generally good things are happening for the Oilers when he's on the ice. But there are so many times where like he's not even bending his damn knees.
Yeah.
He's not even sort of trying to make a defensive play or even capable of it.
And all it is, really, that's effort. That's a mentality thing.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't have to be the best defensive defenseman in the NHL because we love him first, but just play adequate defense, neutral defense. Be in position. Not hard. With his wheels, he can do that.
Pass it to Connor or Leon, seal off the board. All right, good job, Evan. Like,
They're not asking much.
oh, man.
Do you want a little from Knoblauch?
Yes.
Because he's usually a mild-mannered guy, so for him to call people passengers is pretty interesting.
Not maybe a better result, but did you feel like that was maybe the best game of the road tripper since the break, the way the team played as hard as they did?
Oh, absolutely. That was by far our best effort. I think the guys competed really hard against the walls around the nets, and I thought we had some pretty good performance by some guys, but to get out of a funk like this, when things aren't going well and guys are really feeling it or really squeezing their sticks, we need everybody, and I felt that there was few passengers. There were some guys that just didn't put in the effort that we needed, but for the most part, I think most of the guys did pretty much everything they could.
So I love hearing it because you hear that pause. He knows this isn't a loss, and he's praising the team for their effort. He's trying to hype up the guys, but he has this long pause where he says, I need to say something here and criticize my team. What language am I going to use that's going to get them going? That's not going to be too harsh, but I need to send some sort of message. And he goes, few passengers.
I'm going to ask a stupid question. How do we know this is the Janmark line that he's talking about?
No, so this was what he said, and then Spector talked about guys who were passengers last night. He talked about the Janmark, the third line that's been very negative on the ice, and then he goes into a thing about Bouchard.
See, I'm very surprised by that because last year, remember, the Oilers started awful, and we were all sickos watching them lose to the Sharks and just watching their season get worse and worse. Supposedly part of what turned their season around, obviously they fired the coach, but Matthias Janmark stood up in front of the group and called them out for their effort. And they called the rest of the season hockey the janitor way because that's his nickname, which is pretty creative for a hockey nickname. You got to be honest. You got to give him credit where credit's due. So for him to be a passenger, especially at this point in the season, is surprising.
I think
very surprising.
That was then, and during this 5-game losing streak, the third line hasn't been productive. I think that's the reality of how they're playing right now is they're not very good. And the spotlight was on Evan Bouchard and his play, especially. Like I think that was the main passenger comment. And that's who it was probably directed at.
Let me throw something out there that I think can make some sense. Listen, the Blackhawks stink, and I don't think they're going to have any problems stinking. Oilers need some help. Is there a deal where the Oilers could send Jeff Skinner and a sweetener package to the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks get to play Jeff Skinner with Connor Bedard,
Which might be fun.
for the rest of the season, which might be fun.
Jeff Skinner doesn't get to go to the playoffs again, though.
Okay,
He's
well,
never played in the playoffs.
You have to earn it. You have to earn it. He had every opportunity to be a key part of this Oilers team, and he's not.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yikes. What is this, fantasy camp?
Yeah.
Steve,
The Oilers are not there to make Jeff Skinner's dreams come true, right? You should have earned it.
He gets traded to a non-playoff team. That is going to be bonkers, though. You have to admit.
Oh, I feel bad for the guy. Got to earn it.
Jesse, what do you have?
Steve, can we get your live reaction to Evan Bouchard's play on the Florida Panthers 3-2 goal?
Okay.
So we can't put it up on the screen because I want to play it in full speed,
Yeah.
and then we can do stop by pause and play if we really want.
The first still is him standing completely upright.
And Adam, I'll need your attention as well.
I've got it.
All right,
You got it.
You ready?
Yeah.
So this is the goal. Here's your reaction. 8:53 left in the third period. It's 2-2. Florida is
game.
entering the zone. There's Evan Bouchard.
You are hopeless.
Look at this little whack. Did you see that
You
little?
are hopeless.
So
Holy shit.
It's like almost immediate.
He is
Jess.
one of the most shocking players
I'm
in the NHL.
so happy. I'm so happy.
Like it's immediate. Okay, Jess, can you just freeze frame
Yes.
one and then just so everybody can see this?
Yeah.
This is okay. So first off,
That's just not vaguely giving a fuck.
so right there we're already like Evan, bend over a little, right? The game's tied. It's the third period. Evan, Florida's outplaying you. Okay, then go like a second ahead or even half a second.
Sure.
Okay, so now it becomes Evan's guy, right? Because he's going in after this.
Oh, yeah.
right?
No. I think he's supposed to be doing something. Anything.
Well, you could double down on that player. Look, we got a bend
One
knee.
leg bent.
All right,
Let's go.
Okay, and that's Lindell, right? So Lindell then turns around, and Evan goes, "You know what? I won't turn. I won't turn one way. I won't turn the other way. I'm just gonna back skate and look." Just falls completely out of the play. Who's the other Oiler in this?
I don't know.
He's doing all the work. 36, 38, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. This is
Klingberg.
oh, it's Klingberg. That's why
Yeah.
I'm recognizing.
How did they end up out there?
Yeah. Why are they out there together?
Oh my God! What a friggin' nightmare.
So yeah, continue with the
So
play-by-play.
Klingberg is like fighting for his life.
He's
okay?
done everything.
That's good gap
everything on the
control,
side.
John.
So
Here we go.
Yeah. So John is trying to push Lindell to the side. Who's
my
number?
God.
Is that number 10? I can't even tell for the. And then Bouchard's like, "I'll help you, John." And then Klingberg's like, "Cool," but then Lindell gets the puck back to center at the blue line in the Oilers' defensive zone.
He doesn't look like he's playing hockey.
And then Bouchard is just like, "You know what? You got this, John. You're good. I'm gonna rah John." Like, what is happening here?
So yeah, well,
I know this
Back
goal.
to Nate Schmidt.
I know this goal is about to put you down in the third with a little under 9 minutes to play. He shouldn't have played another shift. It's unbelievable. This player.
Did you guys notice the little whack he had on when the play's
Where is
like
that?
almost done?
Is that to the third F2 or F3?
So right there, he just did a little whack.
That wouldn't have cracked a pinata.
Like it's just whack. I'm doing something.
That's on Jonah Gadovich.
Like what
by
are
the
you
way.
doing?
He just smacks Jonah Gadovich.
Gadjevich.
I did
Gadjevich,
something.
sorry.
Yeah, I took a penalty by hitting the guy in the thumb.
Not
Dude.
not
take
great
penalty
effort.
I don't know. He should have.
No penalty.
Oh my
but
God,
that
that is.
No.
was-
No.
You want the celebration?
No, I'm not okay with this Bouchard slander. You guys saying he did nothing. Look at him fishing the puck out of his net.
This is pain, man. This is so bad. And you know,
Look at him. No one else
yeah.
did it. No one else did it. Attaboy!
Yeah.
Oh, and he fired it down the ice.
because he's mad.
Working on his outlet passes.
He's mad.
Straight legged. He's mad at who?
It shows he
Mad at who?
Don't you think it shows he cares?
Channel it. Holy shit.
Holy.
One of the most mystifying players in the league. If he gave the vaguest of fucks, he'd win the Norris.
This looks like he's at a public skate.
Does he want to play on the Olympic team next year or not?
I don't think he wants to play in the Oilers.
Seemingly not. Because like this guy should be. If he played neutral defense, he would be an Olympian.
Can you compare Bouchard, the way he's standing right now at his public skate, to every other player on screen who's playing hockey?
All of them are knees bent, low center of gravity, sticks on the ground, two hands on them.
Sticks on the ground is such a good point.
Like that's and Bouchard has his stick down, but does he have any weight on it? Like what is that? What do the coaches always tell you? Hard on the puck, hard on your stick, get hard on it. Like none of it. Like John Cherry stick on the ice shit. Like basic. And I know he
looks like a fill-in. Like this is one of the best defensemen in the league.
A fill-in would put in effort.
Oh yeah, you're right. A fill-in, like this is supposed to be one of the best defensemen in the league, and he looks like he won a contest. Dude, that's wildly unacceptable. Any other player in the league gets benched for the rest of the season because of that. Yeah, Ty Emberson does that. He gets sent to Madagascar. We never see from him again.
So when you hear Stan Bowman talk about goaltending is not really an issue, I don't blame this on
correct.
Stuart Skinner.
No,
you allowed Naismith to come in and wire one blank on your goalie. It's not really on the goalie.
Is he at the end of a shift? Like, what the fuck? Oh, my God. Lay down. You'd be more effective just laying there and taking a swipe at the thing.
And R1.
L1, R1, Evan. L1, R1. Down there. Yeah. Even hit L1. Just bend the knee. Propose to someone.
I do want to say big shout out to John Klingberg for trying to play some defense there. That's not what he's known for
played
either.
both sides.
Yeah, he was all over the ice. I have to
left
respect
side
him.
and right side.
And you know what, Jesse?
Really
He was
good
always
middle
in position.
D. Yeah.
Always in position.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Klingberg's trying.
They oh boy.
Yeah, go ahead goal. Middle of the third period.
I mean, this is a team that reclaimed Travis Dermott yesterday. Like, they need help.
They
need help, and we can they can make trades. Let's start with their best defenseman being kind of an NHLer. That's shocking.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out Spectre for throwing that in the article.
We could do weekly Evan Bouchard corner.
No, he had another one too. We don't need to do it again.
No, let's do it.
The next one is him getting just outworked by Brandon Hagel.
No, let's keep going.
Outworked by Brandon Hagel. You don't
Who goes
say.
right around him.
well.
So if you want to watch this one in real time and react as well, we can do it again.
Let's go.
It's
All right, where is he, Jesse? Where is he?
So Bouchard's
Look
down
for the
here
guy
in
not
corner.
moving.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
So-
he's just in the bottom left of the
Yeah,
corner
so
right
go
now.
to the play-by-play, and then you can
Okay,
react.
so Bouchard is
We'll also
up by the blue line here. The puck is in the Tampa Bay zone, and they are in the corners. F1 and F2 Oiler forwards are in there. Looks like they got great positioning. Both sides of the Tampa defenseman with the puck.
17 seconds into the second period.
Yep. You know, when you should be focused.
You want me to hit play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then it goes out.
There you go. Pinch off that wall.
This guy.
Skate back. Okay.
And he's skating straight leg backwards and doesn't cover the
You suck.
Okay. Okay, so they all saw it in real time now.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Adam and Steve saw the goal in real time, so we can bring it up on the screen. I'll do a
Honest
start
question,
and stop.
Steve Jesse, how long before they trade this guy?
I was like,
There's no way.
they're gonna call me dramatic.
They're going to trade this guy. There's no way. You can't expect to win a cup playing like that. McDavid just got back from Team
he went
Canada.
to
Are you kidding me?
I think McDavid might be Goku.
For anybody
Dragging
listening,
dragging this shit.
for anybody listening, what Adam and Steve just saw is Brandon Hagel has a wraparound goal against the Edmonton Oilers. He comes around the back and he scores a goal. But this whole time, Evan Bouchard is hanging out in front of the net and has all of the time in the world to cut Brandon Hagel off because Brandon Hagel's going around the back of the net and Bouchard is in front. And he does not go to the other side of the net. He lazily strides over there and he gets beat all the way to the other side, even though Brandon Hagel's going around the back and Evan Bouchard's coming around the front. He still doesn't beat Hagel to the opposite post.
No, Jesse, you left out he also got in his goalie's way. Trying to come across.
Despite being,
he skates through the crease.
despite being in front of the net, he can't beat Hagel to the other end, who went around the back of the net.
Use your stick.
That is Bouchard's play defensively. So yeah, it's terrible.
You know who loves Evan Bouchard?
Wow, I'm so glad you brought this, Jesse. Sorry.
You know who loves Evan Bouchard? Every TV salesman in Edmonton. Because I would throw a beer bottle, coffee mug, the remote through my TV.
They're going to trade this guy
82 times a year. This is one of the most gifted. How many points does he have this season, Jesse? Probably like 7.
I don't have that in front of me. So
he's a truly gifted special talent.
45 points in 59 games.
Wow.
Oh, he's down
He
a
had
bit.
82 in 81 last
He's
year.
down a bit. That's still good. It's still very good.
For a
Yeah.
defenseman, yeah.
Like very.
Evan Bouchard and Brandon Hagel were both at the face-off dot. And Bouchard goes from the front of the net to the other front of the net, and Brandon Hagel still beats him around the back to the far post.
Hagel is.
It's insane.
Hagel was on the Four Nations team because Brandon Hagel is the human embodiment of effort. And
Okay.
Also, Evan Bouchard.
Here's what I don't get about this. Okay, this freeze frame is amazing here. You've got Ekholm, you've got McDavid. I think that's McDavid. Yeah, it's 97.
97.
And you're all you need to do if you're Bouchard, all you need to do is go to the right side of your goalie. As in, from Hagel's left, your right. That's all you got to do. Cover that off, and then he's got to go ring it around the boards. He's got to do a Nylander where he's just circling. Instead, you allow him to cut in at all you got to do. You can let him go around the net, but just make sure you got the right side cover. That's it.
You want to immediately improve every Oilers broadcast, put a GoPro on his helmet. It's going to be steady.
Or just have a Bouchard cam, like in the bottom corner. What's Evan Bouchard doing? You know what I'm actually really surprised about? And I know that his offense is spectacular. I get that. So was Tyson Barrie's, right, in Edmonton. Why is this not a bigger issue? Oilers media are very smart.
Well, this comes from Oilers. Like, this is Mark Spector's work doing.
Agreed.
He did the legwork. They're writing about it. It's a full article on Bouchard.
But
right?
if I'm just surprised, we've known about this for a long time. This would be a weekly thing in Toronto.
I think
weekly,
daily.
It is.
Might be daily. Might be every hour.
Yeah, we're this market is too hard on defensemen. Good Lord.
That's not hard
Good
enough.
Lord above. Good Holy Communion. Good every sacrament.
Good
holy. Unbelievable. Confession.